Cyberpunk 2077 stands as a testament to a multitude of reasons for my initial frustration upon its launch. The revelation of Phantom Liberty only served to intensify my apprehension. This is the very game that had tantalized us with grand promises only to falter in its delivery. In contrast, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, the Studio Trigger-produced anime, breathed fresh life into this digital realm, while consistent patches gradually ameliorated its overall performance, luring gamers back to the neon-lit streets of Night City. However, the quintessential RPG essence remained conspicuously absent. Does the advent of Update 2.0, coupled with the introduction of Phantom Liberty, finally grant us the freedom to navigate Night City to our heart's content? Let's embark on an exploration to uncover the answers in our comprehensive review of Cyberpunk 2077's Phantom Liberty. Cyberpunk 2077's Phantom Liberty endeavors to rectify and redeem the plethora of unfulfilled promises that plagued its initial release. This DLC introduces a compelling narrative that further enriches the sprawling tapestry of Night City. While this assertion holds true, it is imperative to acknowledge that the game still falls short of realizing many of the anticipated gameplay features. However, the transformative impact of Phantom Liberty and the sweeping alterations ushered in by the 2.0 update are so profound that they will undoubtedly elicit a ceaseless smile of delight as you immerse yourself in this enthralling sci-fi odyssey. Our first-hand encounter with the espionage-themed DLC, made possible by an early access copy provided generously by NVIDIA, has unearthed a wealth of revelations. In this review, we will delve into the pivotal changes and share our candid impressions of the game. The performance evaluation, along with insights into how it fares on my PC, will be presented in a separate article, which is currently a work in progress. Your patience is greatly appreciated as we unravel the intricacies of this cyberpunk marvel. Phantom Liberty catapults you into its gripping narrative right from the moment V realizes the pressing issue of their engram malfunction. Here, players are presented with a unique choice to bypass the main storyline and plunge headlong into the DLC. Opting for the latter course of action catapults you into the heart of the action at level 20, equipped with pre-selected cyberware, after you've meticulously crafted your version of V. This alternative path is particularly appealing to returning players who have already traversed the intricate landscape of Night City. In my case, my save file was poised on the precipice of leading the assault on Arasaka Tower for Hanako, just one mission away from a climactic showdown. The saga unfurls as a netrunner hailing from the NUSA, named Songbird, urgently summons us to aid NUSA President Rosalind Myers. Her predicament unfolds amidst the wreckage of Space Force One, ensconced within the enigmatic confines of Dogtown, a fresh district replete with its own idiosyncratic set of rules and nuances. With the hope of procuring a remedy for the engram anomaly that afflicts V, we embark on a daring mission to rescue the president. However, as events transpire, the situation takes an unexpected turn, spiraling into a complex web of intrigue and uncertainty. In the shadowy domain of Dogtown, once under the iron grip of ex-Miltech figurehead Kurt Hansen, an ominous desire looms, the coveted head of NUSA President Rosalind Myers gracing his macabre table. It's at this pivotal juncture that you and the enigmatic sleeper agent of the FIA, Solomon Reed, step onto the stage. From this juncture forward, the narrative undergoes a rapid metamorphosis, seamlessly transitioning into the much-touted espionage thriller that the DLC promises. You'll find yourselves entangled in a series of intricate missions, each more clandestine and high-stakes than the last. In the realm of Cyberpunk 2077, one prevailing criticism was the static nature of the overall story arc, with few discernible shifts in its trajectory. Phantom Liberty endeavors to address this concern head-on. While it's true that your choices may not wield an extensive influence on the narrative's core course, a singular decision we made in our playthrough yielded a seismic shift in the DLC's outcome, leaving me utterly spellbound. This, precisely, is the caliber of storytelling I had anticipated from the title, and I'm thrilled to affirm that it delivers on this front. The pacing of the narrative within the Phantom Liberty DLC for Cyberpunk 2077 is a notable highlight. It gracefully navigates through each story segment, maintaining a consistently engaging rhythm. At no point did I find myself compelled to halt the game and seek respite. To underscore this point, I can attest that I immersed myself in the DLC over 2 extensive sessions spanning approximately 20 hours. The storytelling is nothing short of magnificent. Moreover, Phantom Liberty introduces a fresh denouement to the game, culminating in a bittersweet note that adds a poignant layer to the overall experience. This additional ending provides a fitting conclusion to the intricate web of events and emotions that unfurl throughout the DLC, leaving a lasting impression on those who venture into its cybernetic tapestry. Within the tapestry of Phantom Liberty's narrative, the introduction of new characters is a restrained affair, with only a handful gracing the stage. Remarkably, each character presented fulfills their intended role with precision, ensuring that not a single one appears extraneous to the overarching story. Idris Elba, embodying the character of Solomon Reed, delivers a remarkable performance, portraying a jaded sleeper agent whose existence is wholly dedicated to serving the Nusa. His unwavering commitment to carrying out the president's orders is palpable, yet beneath this facade of loyalty, the haunting specters of past decisions cast doubt upon his allegiance and duty to his government. This internal conflict adds depth and complexity to his character, making him a compelling presence throughout the DLC. Another standout character in Phantom Liberty is Songbird, a figure whose enigmatic nature prompts players to question their choices and her assertions. In a way, Songbird's character bears resemblance to Lucy from the Edge Runner show, evoking intriguing parallels between the two. To delve any further into her role would veer into spoiler territory, but it's safe to say that she plays an integral and impactful role in the unfolding narrative. Certainly, the ensemble of characters in Phantom Liberty boasts several luminous figures, starting with the ruthless and methodical Nusa President Rosalind Myers. A former CEO of Miltech who ascended to the presidency, Myers embodies a relentless pursuit of results. The voice actress behind this character delivers a stellar performance, leaving an indelible mark on the narrative and player experience. However, if there's one character who might leave you wishing for more, it's Kurt Hansen. Regrettably, we only catch fleeting glimpses of him in a mere 2 scenes, and perhaps deeper interactions could have further enriched his character's presence. 2 additional noteworthy characters who play their roles with aplomb are another Nusa sleeper agent, Alex, and the newly introduced Dogtown-based fixer, Mr. Hands. Alex, as an ex-colleague of Solomon's and a collaborator with Songbird, infuses each interaction with a deeply personal touch, adding layers of intimacy to the narrative. On the other hand, Mr. Hands possesses a vested interest in the affairs of Dogtown and extends his assistance to V in exchange for influence and political sway within the district's insular realm. While Mr. Hands' role may be relatively brief, his charismatic appearances and holographic calls leave an indelible impression on the overall experience. Phantom Liberty isn't the only addition that the game bestows upon players, it also grants access to a complimentary 2.0 update, ushering in entertaining and substantial alterations to the gameplay experience. Before delving into the update, let's first explore what Dogtown has to offer. CD Projekt Red conscientiously confronts one of the central predicaments of Cyberpunk 2077 with the introduction of Dogtown. This particular issue had been a primary source of contention for many players, myself included. I often lamented how underutilized the vibrant expanse of Night City felt within the game. The cityscape was replete with awe-inspiring structures, yet interaction with them remained disappointingly limited. Dogtown endeavors to redress this grievance by infusing new locales into the game, expanding the areas available for exploration. While these structures may not necessarily harbor significant interactive elements, the fact that you can now step inside them represents a notable improvement. This step towards a more immersive experience is commendable, even if further interactivity within these edifices remains a work in progress. Beyond the confines of the new region, a host of fresh activities awaits your exploration. Scattered throughout this expanded area, you'll occasionally stumble upon airdropped caches ripe for interception. These caches harbor a treasure trove of materials, rare weapons, and valuable mods. Engaging with these caches unfolds as a minigame where the approach you adopt is entirely at your discretion. You can choose to arrive swiftly, attempting to intercept the coveted items, or savor the suspense as custom airdrops gradually unveil lore-rich secrets. Furthermore, Mr. Hands extends a slew of new gigs for you to undertake, each promising its own set of rewards. These gigs serve to deepen the ever-evolving universe of Cyberpunk 2077 in a manner that will feel familiar to seasoned players. Whether you're tasked with retrieving a cutting-edge prototype technology or capturing a voodoo boy netrunner, you'll find a diverse array of challenges awaiting your expertise and cunning. Regrettably, Dogtown, despite its initial promise, ultimately serves little to no substantial purpose beyond the allure of the new region and the activities it initially offers. This touches upon one of the fundamental issues that has persistently plagued Cyberpunk 2077, even after the introduction of Update 2.0, the pervasive sense of an empty and non-interactive world. It's a lingering concern that continues to cast a shadow over the game, leaving one with a feeling of missed potential. Despite my initial enthusiasm and willingness to explore, the enchantment waned all too quickly as it became apparent that the buildings and structures held little of value within them. In essence, Dogtown aspires to replicate the vitality of Night City but regrettably devolves into a desolate shell, mirroring the missed opportunities that have marked CD Projekt Red's efforts. This, in my assessment, is yet another instance where the game falls short of realizing its full potential. It's essential to acknowledge that the 2.0 update has made substantial improvements to core gameplay elements within Cyberpunk 2077. Specifically, two prominent issues, the skill tree and cop AI, have undergone significant reworking and enhancement. Starting with the cop AI, the revamped system now operates more akin to the police AI systems found in other open-world video games. Engaging in reckless or life-threatening activities will trigger police attention. This initiates a chase scenario, wherein you must evade the authorities by breaking their line of sight and finding suitable hiding spots. Successfully concealing yourself results in a reset of your wanted level, but as the intensity of your wanted level escalates, you'll find an increasing number of law enforcement officers converging on your location. When you reach the maximum wanted level, Max TAC, the elite law enforcement unit is dispatched to apprehend you. This overhaul of the cop AI system contributes significantly to breathing life into the city, endowing it with a more vibrant and lived-in ambience. Additionally, the complete revamp of the skill tree system stands as another noteworthy achievement. The revised skill tree offers a more extensive and intricate experience, providing players with a deeper and more engaging aspect of character progression. Indeed, while attribute points remain a crucial part of character development in the game, the associated skill trees have undergone a sweeping transformation. No longer are these trees solely focused on incremental improvements to crafting abilities. Instead, they now offer game-changing rewards that inject a new level of dynamism into the gameplay experience. Picture yourself executing rapid dashes, plowing through adversaries with bulldozing force, or unleashing shockwave attacks. Each skill unlocked within these trees also harbors sub-skills that further enhance your character's attributes. These significant alterations empower players to construct distinct and specialized V-builds. Whether you aspire to create a netrunner extraordinaire or a powerhouse V capable of absorbing damage and dealing out devastating blows, the revamped skill tree finally facilitates these ambitions. The changes are so impactful that players can now unearth an array of compelling and effective character builds. Furthermore, as your attributes reach certain thresholds, they unlock additional sections within the skill tree, offering even more avenues for customization. For instance, you can evolve into a nimble ninja, proficiently darting around the battlefield and deftly blocking bullets with a katana. These profound modifications enrich the game's character development system, affording players a newfound sense of agency in shaping their V's capabilities and playstyle. The introduction of a new skill tree exclusive to the Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty DLC, aptly named the Relic Tree, represents a notable addition to the game. This tree offers 3 distinct skills for players to choose from, each of which demands the expenditure of 3 relic points. Accumulating these relic points involves scavenging old Miltech stations scattered throughout Dogtown. The relic tree bestows an array of fresh abilities, encompassing enhancements for your mantis blades, cloaking abilities, and vulnerability analysis. While the relic tree injects some novelty into gameplay, especially in relation to signature weapons like the mantis blades, it doesn't boast the same depth and breadth as the primary skill tree. This relative lack of variety within the relic tree leaves it feeling somewhat barebones in comparison. It's a commendable addition but might have benefited from a more diverse range of skills to truly elevate the gameplay experience in the Phantom Liberty DLC. CD Projekt Red's commitment to enhancing Cyberpunk 2077 knows no bounds. The addition of vehicular combat marks a significant expansion, enabling players to engage in adrenaline-pumping shootouts while behind the wheel. Although there's room for improvement in the holster animation while inside a car, the newfound ability to fend off pursuers adds a thrilling dimension to the gameplay. What's particularly noteworthy is the flexibility in choosing between first-person and third-person perspectives during vehicular combat, catering to individual player preferences. Cyberwares and gear have undergone substantial transformations as well. In a nod to the Edge runners, the game now intricately ties your armor rating to your cyberwares. Consequently, dresses and uniforms acquired in-game are relegated to the realm of cosmetics, offering no protective benefits. The cyberware menu has received a facelift, featuring new animations and restricting cyberware alterations exclusively to Ripper docks. This necessitates careful planning and strategic decision-making for the creation of your ideal character build. Additionally, players must exercise caution, as excessive cyberware augmentation can potentially lead to cyberpsychosis, introducing a layer of risk and consequence to the pursuit of enhanced abilities. One noteworthy change in the game is the removal of collectible and craftable mid-hypoj, replaced by a fixed max stock. This max stock comes in a set quantity of 2 and replenishes over time. This shift from hoarding mid-hypoj to a more strategic approach necessitates thoughtful planning and strategy when facing challenging situations. These changes contribute to a more engaging and immersive experience. While my stance on the underutilization of the city remains unchanged, it's undeniable that all these gameplay alterations collectively transform the game into a truly worthwhile and engaging experience. CD Projekt Red's dedication to refining and enhancing Cyberpunk 2077 shines through in these meaningful changes, ultimately enriching the player's journey in Night City. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty and Update 2.0 have accomplished precisely what we expected from CD Projekt Red, a transformation that renders the game genuinely enjoyable. It's important to emphasize that holding CD Projekt Red accountable for the game's initial botched launch remains a valid stance. The company must be answerable for the false promises and the dismal state in which the game was originally released. However, it's equally crucial to acknowledge the relentless dedication that CD Projekt Red has poured into rectifying their missteps. This unwavering commitment is unmistakably evident in the Phantom Liberty DLC and the comprehensive Update 2.0. The love and care they've lavished on these improvements have fundamentally reshaped the game, delivering an entirely distinct and gratifying experience to players. While past shortcomings should not be forgotten, it's only fair to recognize the considerable strides made in turning Cyberpunk 2077 into an enjoyable and captivating venture. My name is Alex, you are watching Quick Gaming Reviews. I will see you in the next one.